Energy drinks, they're everywhere. From the shelves of our local grocery stores to the coolers at gas stations, they become a staple in our fast-paced, sleep-deprived society. But what happens when the quest for the ultimate energy boost goes too far? What happens when the line between a harmless pick-me-up and a potential health risk becomes blurred? That's what we're going to explore in today's video, specifically focusing on the controversial Prime energy drink, backed by none other than YouTube sensation Logan Paul. So stay with us till the end as we uncover the shocking truth behind this energy drink and what it could mean for the future of influencer-backed products. Now, you might be wondering, what's the big deal? It's just another energy drink, right? Well, not quite. Prime Energy is not your average energy drink. It's been making waves, and not in a good way. With a whopping 200 milligrams of caffeine per 12 ounces, it's equivalent to about 6 12-ounce cans of Coca-Cola, or nearly 2 Red Bulls. This has raised eyebrows among physicians and lawmakers alike, who argue that such high levels of caffeine can pose a serious risk to children. And the man behind it all, Logan Paul, a name synonymous with controversy. Logan Paul, with his 23 million YouTube subscribers, has a history of stirring the pot. From filming a purported dead body in Japan's so-called suicide forest, to launching a successful podcast called Impulsive, Paul is no stranger to the spotlight. And with the launch of Prime Energy, he's back in it again. But this time, the stakes are higher. Logan Paul has won 2 Teen Choice Awards, decided mainly by voters ages 13 to 19, and when he's pursued by his loyal fans known as the Logang, they often skew young. So when he launched Prime in 2022 with Olajide Olayinka Williams Olatunji, a 30-year-old rapper and another prominent YouTube personality known by his online alias KSI, you can guess who their target audience was. The release of Prime had British teenagers lining up for hours outside grocery stores on its release date in December. Some supermarkets were even forced to limit purchases to 1 bottle per customer. Now, Prime is facing a backlash from physicians and lawmakers who say that the high levels of caffeine in one of its drinks can be harmful to children. At a news conference in New York, Senator Charles Schumer, the majority leader, called for the Food and Drug Administration to investigate the ultra-caffeinated variety of Prime. The FDA has confirmed that it's reviewing Schumer's letter and will respond directly. Meanwhile, Prime spokesperson has defended the product, saying that it contains a comparable level of caffeine to other competitors and is not recommended for children under 18. But the story doesn't end there. The marketing tactics used by Logan Paul and KSI to promote Prime have also come under scrutiny. Critics argue that their promotional strategies, which often involve high-energy stunts and challenges, are specifically designed to appeal to a young audience. This, coupled with the high caffeine content of the drink, has led to accusations of irresponsible marketing. In response to these criticisms, Logan Paul and KSI have maintained that Prime is marketed toward adults, not children. They argue that the responsibility lies with retailers to ensure that the product is not sold to underage consumers. However, this argument has done little to quell the growing concerns about the potential health risks associated with consuming Prime. According to the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, there's no proven safe caffeine dose for children. The group recommends that children under 12 avoid all caffeine, and those aged 12 to 18 limit their intake to about 100 milligrams. At any age, overconsumption of caffeine can lead to sleep deprivation, anxiety, nausea, and lack of appetite, headaches, and dizziness, according to the National Institutes of Health. One child in Wales reportedly underwent cardiac arrest after consuming Prime, and some schools in the UK already banned Prime drinks. The official backlash comes as America's major beverage companies vie for a piece of the rapidly growing market for energy drinks. Over the past 5 years, sales in the energy drink industry have surged from $12 billion to $19 billion, according to Circana, a market research firm. Recently, companies like Pepsi and Gatorade have both invested in new caffeine-addled beverage lines, and shares of Monster Energy, another caffeinated beverage, surged 30% in the past year. Experts say the excitement has been fueled in part by a decades-long pivot away from sugary sodas. But let's delve deeper into the Prime phenomenon. Prime energy drinks, stylized by the company as Prime, have become a growing status symbol among Gen Zers. They're not just a drink, it's a social media prop, a prized possession for a certain brand of teen male. But this status symbol is causing jitters among pediatricians who say they pack scary caffeine levels. Prime is one of the 3 products sold by Prime, a brand owned by Louisville-based Congo Brands and promoted by YouTubers Logan Paul and KSI. Prime bills itself as a purveyor of sports hydration, filling the void where great taste meets function and helping one refresh, replenish, and refuel. 2 of its products are geared towards post-workout recovery, offering Gatorade-esque servings of electrolytes and vitamins. But the 3rd product pledges energy, which according to the ingredients label comes in the form of caffeine, a hefty 200 milligrams of it per 12-ounce can. A small warning on the back of the product warns it's not recommended for those under age 18 or people sensitive to caffeine. Since the brand's launch in 2022, Prime products have gained a cult-like following, causing the drinks to fly off the shelves in the UK or sell for astronomical markup prices. Lucky Instagrammers share images of empty Prime bottles lined up like 2023's equivalent of a prize Beanie Baby collection, but for rowdy teen males. When Prime launched in Australia earlier this year, hundreds of hopeful patrons packed in the street, clamoring for a free sample. In his letter to the FDA, Senator Chuck Schumer outlined 4 major areas he deemed worthy of investigating: the drink's claim to boost athletic performance and focus, its social media-heavy advertising, its labels and warnings, and its eye-popping caffeine content. But Prime disagrees. In its media statement, the drink company said the caffeine levels in its energy drink falls within the legal limit of the countries it's sold in, and that it had complied with all FDA guidelines before hitting the market. As a brand, our top priority is consumer safety, so we welcome discussions with the FDA or any other organization regarding suggested industry changes they feel are necessary to protect consumers, the company wrote. Even before Prime came on the scene, Paul faced questions about pandering to a young audience, especially as controversy has proved key to his viral success. He's faced backlash for saying he'd go gay for just 1 month.
Attempt to go gay for just 1 month.
For tweeting dead rats, and for posting a video of a dead body, a man who'd taken his own life. Untasteful as this may seem, it gets him the views, and it's lucrative, especially when Paul and KSI team up. Before they were business partners, the 2 were rivals, trading trash talks on their respective platforms until they met in real life for a boxing match. The fight ended as a majority draw. 2 judges said the pair tied. A 3rd scored in favor of KSI. They fought again in 2019, gaining widespread national political attention after Paul said KSI was on his 5th abortion.
On his 5th abortion!
Causing both sides of the abortion movement to weigh in. The second fight earned each man no less than $900,000, Forbes reported. Fast forward to 2022, and the launch of Prime earned $250 million in sales, according to the Washington Post. Though Prime is owned by Congo Brands, Paul and KSI position themselves as founders and decision-makers, crediting themselves with building the Prime empire. As the controversy continues to unfold, one thing is clear. The future of Prime Energy Drink hangs in the balance. With the FDA potentially stepping in and public sentiment turning against the product, the stakes have never been higher for Logan Paul and KSI. Prime controversy serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers of high-caffeine energy drinks, especially when they're marketed to a young, impressionable audience. It's a wake-up call for consumers to be more aware of what they're putting into their bodies, and for influencers to consider the potential impact of the products they endorse. And for Logan Paul and KSI, only time will tell what the future holds for them and their Prime empire. Will they be able to weather the storm of controversy and come out on top? Or will they become another cautionary tale in the world of influencer-backed products?